Hey, hi, welcome guys. Welcome back to our channel, which is Fibron. Order of the words means what is that? I'll tell you. Order of word in the sense of what? Suppose input is kind of thing. Input you have to give like input. Python is very easy. Input Python is very easy. Am I audible? Am I audible? Yeah. Okay. So Python is very easy. So you have to write a program. What to do? You have to write a program. Output should be like this. Output should be like this. Easy, easy, very is Python. Okay. So you have to reverse the, kind of string itself. Means you have to reverse the sentence. Okay. So that the output I want. Okay. Let's do this then. S is equal to input, enter your string, enter your string. Okay, next what to do? Next we have to split, right? We have to split the string. Yesterday I showed you what is the method of the split, what is the use of the split. S.split split. By default, if you are not going to define anything inside of list, then it will take it as a space itself. So now split got defined, and now what it will do, it will convert this complete string, whatever string you are going to pass, it will convert into the array of the words. Okay, next we have to, okay, list we have taken. Next what we have to do, we have to create one empty list. In that we will take the words and we will keep it here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a dummy list, and inside of dummy list we have to keep all those things. Now I is equal to len len of you can say here I, len of l. Okay, minus 1. 1 minute, I did a mistake. L minus 1. Okay, why minus 1? Because index is star. Suppose you are writing here Python is very easy language. So Python index is 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will convert an array of 4 element, and length of the array, what it will be, the length of the array will be 4. So I have to take index of the 4 minus 1, 3. Then only 0, 1, 2, 3 will be 4 element will be there. Okay, then what I'm going to do, try to understand. I'm going to create one while loop, and inside of while loop has to be execute I greater than equal to 0, I greater than equal to 0, and then L1, what L1 is, that L1 is the empty list. L1 dot append, I'm going to append all the word from there, from the begin, from the last to end. Okay, append L, and here I am going to pass I. Okay, and similarly initially we were increasing the value, now we have to decrease the value. L equal to I minus 1, and that's all. Now afterwards, once it is done, while loop has done, then what to do, let's do this. Once it is done, then we have to convert the output, we have to join the each word, right? Output is equal to dot join we have to do, and join, inside of join what we have to pass, the list argument, and then we can print it up. Print L, not L, print output, sorry. Okay, let me execute the code and we'll see. Okay, it is asking to enter your string. Let's do this. Python is very easy, Okay, can you see this? Python is very easy. I am getting the output also. Python is, enter your string. Python is very easy. 1 minute, I did a mistake, something here. Okay, sorry, shit. So actually I have to write like this, right? L1 dot append. Okay, L1 dot append, not this, L dot I. It's correct only. L1 dot append Python, enter your string. Python is very easy language. Yes, then we did a split, then here it will create like this. Okay, let me do this. Python, it will create an array of Python is very easy, EASY, and it will create an array of these. Now I have to append here. Now next I, length of I is equal to 3. What will get 4 and it will come 3, and then 3 is greater than 0, greater than equal to 0. Yes, L1 dot append L of 3 third element will be string, will be easy. Yes, it is correct only. I is equal to I minus 1. I is equal to I minus 1. Output should be join. 1 minute. Join L1. Sorry, here I did a mistake. L1. Yeah, now it is fine. Python is very easy language. Easy. Python is very easy. Can you see this? Easy, very is Python. Okay. So hope this is the expected result, right? What is our question? Question was we have to take a string and we have to reverse that string. Means we have to take a sentence and we have to reverse the word. That's all. This is the question. This is the question, and now I have to do the reverse of that. So very popular interview point of question view question. Means I found a lot of, you know, means till my age I had gone through, I guess, around 20 to 25 interviews, and apart from that all those interviews, this is the one of the popular questions which multiple organization ask with me. Even I used to ask the same question with whenever someone is coming to me for the interview purpose. Okay, let's similarly see, if you have the good command over the string, then literally I am saying one thing: you are a good programmer ever in this world. Okay, so please focus on a string. Okay, next question is what? Understood, right? Any doubt in this? Any kind of doubt with this program? And one more thing, I would like to debug the code also. Suppose you are facing something issue, so you should know the how to debug the code. Just put a breakpoint, and after breakpoint, what you have to do? You have to debug in the sense of you have to execute your code line by line. So what we can do? Debug. Here debug is option is there. Once you debug this, what we will get? Where will go? So yes, our code is here. Now here is the option like a step over, right? Just click on the step over, it will go inside of this, it will go inside of this, and if you check the out console, so what is saying? Enter your string. So here it program stuck here. Now I am passing the enter your string. So Python is very easy. Okay, so now done, and your code reach to the line number 6. This code will not execute further until unless you are not giving the command like a step over. If I'm giving a step over, it reach into the this. Can you see this? Can you see this line number 6? See how it got done? Python is very easy. Now it converted the complete string, whatever string I pass. Python is very easy. It converted into the form of the list, and list is the combination. What the list will contain? List will contain all the word of your sentences. Correct? Now your code is reached at this point. Now I have to step over, right? I am going to step over. Now I. So can you see this? What is the value of I? I is 3. Actually 2 means actually it length is 3. Now it is 2 because minus 1. Okay. Now I am going to execute the while loop. Okay. So while loop L dot append, L1 dot append. I am going to append L of I. What is the value of I? 2. So I L of 2 is what? Very, right? L of 2 is what? Very. Very. Okay, I written here Python is very. That's what. Okay. So very will append inside of L1. Now it got appended L1 very. Can you see the separate means parallelly you can see the execution flow of the program also. So it will be very useful whenever you are going to write a complex code and you want to debug that code, how it is going to be happen, that also you can do it up, right? So similarly very is done, and I am going to append is. Now similarly I am going to done the Python also. Now everything is done. Now I'm going to print the output. Can you see this? Enter a string and everything is done. Hope it makes sense. The debugging portion means whenever you are going to write a code, you should know how to debug the code. Correct? Cool. Any question? No question. Cool. To debugging, whenever you are going to run the program, so before running the program, you should debug. You should know how to debug it up. So write a program. Next question is what? Write a program to reverse reverse internal content of each word. This is, I am going to give it to you, internal content of each word. Okay, this is something you have to do. What is that? See, can you see this? This is our question initially. In this, what you have to do, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it here. Can you see this? So I need output like this, means output also we have to reverse, means y y a s e YASE, means everything we have to reverse, means content also we have to reverse. Hope it is very easy for you guys, you can do it up, right? Will you do? No worries. If you cannot do, I am here, I'll help you out. But try to do the practice at least. So now, see, I got a word and now I have to reverse the string also, right? How we can reverse the string? Colon, colon, -1. That's all. Now, we will pick the word and we are going to reverse also. Now, if you execute this code, it will work. It will work. Okay, I'm going to pass. Python is very easy. Python is very easy. And can you see this? I'm going to reverse all those word also. Okay, so this is also one of the question. Only something you are changing. If you have the one concept known, then afterwards everything is very easy, right? Cool. Okay, next, write a program to print the character at the odd position. Means what you have to do, write a program. Are you understanding what we are doing? We are writing all those program, means whatever questions during the interview people are used to ask, right? So
Yeah.
are you facing any challenges over here? Are you able to correlate all those things?
Yes, I'm understanding. Yes, I'm able to correlate also.
Okay, means what we did so far, we are using that only, right? We are not doing anything new here. So string
Yeah.
is the very complex concept, I must say. So lot of
Mm-hmm.
question during the interview or during the any hackathon, if you are going to take a participate over the hackathon, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you can be a part of that, because I am doing right now with so many hackathon. So over the hackathon, this kind of program means I'm getting some over the questions itself. So this is the very important concept. If you have the good idea over there, then you can make a hand dirty over the writing any complex program. Got it? So
Okay. Yeah.
due to that reason, I am going to execute all those code, whatever questions I got so far during the interview point of view. Okay, so it's a very easy. You know one concept, you have to implement. This is the programmer is not like that, write a program to add 2 number, write a program to add 5 number, not like that. Programmer is that who can able to solve the real time problem, means problem come and you are going to think about that. This is the programmer. Cool. Hang on. Write a program to print the character at odd position, means we have to write an even position, odd position and even position. Okay, this is something question I'm going to give you, I'm leaving to you. Please try from your end and tomorrow you can send me position from the given string. Okay, so basically what you have to do, you know very well concept. What you have to do, first you have to take the input. Okay, sorry. First you have to take the input with the user input. Suppose you took an input like a Rajesh, and what you have to do, output I need like this, output I need like this, even character, sorry, hash output should be like this, even character. Even character is kind of thing. So zeroth index r comma j 0 1, okay, 0 2 and then s, that's all. And odd character should be like this, odd odd character like this. So first position a, e, h, this should be the output. Okay, So hope you understood what is the question, right? Basically what you have to do, nothing, no need to do anything, no need to do anything. What you have to do, you have to take a input, you have to take a input with the user in the form of string, and you have to store somewhere, right? Suppose you took an input and you are going to store here. Now next what you have to do, you have to iterate over the string. So for I in S, okay, for I in S, one by one will come, and then what you have to do, you have to you have to consider one, you can say, you can consider one list, L for odd, L for even, L for even you are going to consider, and next L for odd, L for odd. Okay, I'm just giving the rule how to, I'm going to give the syntax and how to you will proceed over here. Okay, once it is done, L even, L odd, you done. Next what you have to do, you have to add the element here, right? You have to add the element, right? So if I percentage, there is a lot of way, I'm not saying this is the only way, but this is the one of the way. If I equal to 0, then L even, L underscore even dot append, and you can pass that I here. Got it? Similar, done. Next is what? Else if it is not even, array, I am writing complete code, buddy, don't worry, don't worry. Afterwards also if you can able to do, then I am become very happy, literally I am saying. Okay, odd, please try to do the practice, that's all. No one can teach you anything without doing the practice, you have to do. Okay, done. And next, once you're done, once you have done this kind of thing, what you have to do, you have to join, right? Because I need this format, I need in this format. So what you can do, you can give output even, output even equal to L, sorry, here you can say dot join method you can call, and here you can pass L even, right? Similarly output odd also you can do it up, correct? Sonia, can you please unmute yourself? I got your mail, don't worry, I checked that, it was very nice
Yes,
and great job you are doing.
thank you, sir.
Thank you. Are you able to understand what I am doing right now? So
Yes,
all
sir.
those interview questions I am going to prepare here itself. You have to do this, means just now I paste over the chat. This is the one of the again homework, you have to do it up, right? Next is what, there is another way also is there to print the even and odd position, but this is the one of the way I must say. Okay, right. Now write a program to sort the character of the string first alphabet symbol followed by the numeric value. Okay, so what is that? Question is, write a program, write a program to sort. Okay, so what is this? Let's try to understand. Suppose input is this, input you had given here B A B 4 A 1 D 3. This is my input. Next output is, output I want like this, output should be like this, B, because A is the first, right? In the sorting order A B, and then after A B then D is coming, right? And then 1, then 1 3 4. This should be the output. Means we have to sort, the alphabet as well as number. The first alphabet precedence is going, so we have to sort first for alphabet, then we have to sort the numbers, correct? Understood the concept? Means what is the question you understood? Now we are going to proceed with that, means how to do these things. First you have to take the input with the user, s is equal to input, s is equal to input, enter some string, you can pass enter some string, string, and once your string came, what you have to do, you have to, you have to convert that string, means I have to okay, what is that? This is the string, you pass the input. Now we need a output in the sorting order. So what I am going to do, I am going to create one more variable like s1 equal to s2 equal to s2 equal to output. 3 variable I created, and 3 variable I initialize. I'm going to initialize with the dummy. That's all. Dummy, nothing here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, just try to understand. For x in, for x or I, you can say for I in, for x in s, for x in s, and then what we have to do, if x is dot is alphabet, first we have to check if x is alphabet, x is alphabet. Okay, so alphabet in the sense of what, it will check whether it is the x. See it, how it is going to be happen, try to understand. Suppose has I given here pybron. So what is going to be happen, I'm going to iterate with the help of for loop. The first value will be p, and it will check p is the alphabet or not. If it is the alphabet, then only it will go inside of loop, inside of if condition. And now what is my job, I have to increase the value s1 is equal to s1 plus x, means what I'm going to do, this is the string, dummy string, means there is no value at all, null string you can say, and I am going to append, I am going to add that x. If it is an alphabet, then it will add inside of s1, right? Next, once it is alphabet, if it is a not alphabet, means if it is a number, so what I can do, else s2 dot not dot, equal to s2 plus x. Okay, done. So else part is also done. Similarly, if it is done, then what you have to do, then again I am going to run one for loop. Why? Because I added the element inside of s1 and s2. That's all. Up to this, no doubt at all. Up to this, there is no doubt. Now I have to sort, right? I have to sort. So for x in sort s1, x in sorted s1, and here I am passing s1. Okay. Similarly, x1 is done. Then means number, and now with this up to this line number 8 to 13, what we did, 12, line number 8 to 12, what we did, we segregate our alphabet and numeric type of data in the different string. That's all. Now I have to sort, we have to sort our alphabet as well as number also. Now I'm going to sort that. So output, I'm going to sort output is equal to output plus s, plus not plus, plus x. Okay, done. So done. So we did for the alphabet. Now similarly we have to do for the numbers also. So for x in s2, sorry, sorted x2. Okay, sorted s2, and then we did this. Similarly, output equal to output plus x. Okay, then we are going to print output. Okay, let me execute this code. Before going to execute, I would like to debug the code. This is very important, because people are trying to run the code, and if you are getting output, you becoming very happy. It's not our job. Output getting, it's not our job at all. Okay, we have to know the concept. Now I'm going to debug the code. Debug. Okay, let me debug the code. Yes, come to console section. Here, if you going to, step over, this is the step over symbol, guys. So step over, it is asking enter your string, enter your some string. How we can enter? Pi 1 2 3 Bron. Okay, pi 3 2 4 1 Bron. I executed. Now what the expected output is should be? Expected output should be B. You can sort it out from your end. Okay. Now I done this, and now what is that next line? Sort it. Done. S1, S2 output. See, three variable created like this. Means this is the dummy variable, you can say, which is not initialized yet. Okay. Next. Next, what I'm doing, I'm going to iterate. I'm going to segregate number and string in the different containers. Okay. Now let me execute this. Is alphabet? Yes, it's the alphabet. First P is the alphabet, right? So it will go inside of that. It will go inside of that. Next P is added here. Can you see this? Line number 6. Line number 6. Similarly, if I'm going to again execute, yes, Y also alphabet. So Y also added here. PY. Now next again I'm going to do. So now in the next time is the 3. It's a numeric kind of data. So it will go inside of else part and it will append there. Can you see this? 3. Now similarly, if I'm going to execute again it is going to in else part and it is going to execute. Similarly, again it will go else part, again 3 2 4 is done. Next 1 is also done. Next brown B is the alphabet, so it will go inside of if condition. Okay, similarly do it. Brown, pi brown, done. Now what is our job? Next job, we have to sort. So we sorted this. Sort, done. First is sorted. I added over here. Similarly, this also we sorted, and we are getting the output. Okay. Okay. So now let me execute once again. You will get the output. Three, 2, 4. TTT. Can you see this? It got sorted also and it reached to the output. I got the output. Hope it understood. Do you want to write the code? Please note down. Please note down. I am coming back within a 2 minutes. Have you done, guys? Please give the confirmation. If you have done, then we can proceed further. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's go ahead further. What is that? Okay, so there is another question. Write a program. See, be a perfection in all domain, means whatever you are learning, it's not kind of thinking, okay, I know the Python, I can do anything. If you know Python, you cannot do anything. First thing, you have to be perfect in that. So that is my agenda to everyone, should be perfect in coding. Okay, if you are getting any other question also apart from this, whatever we are doing practice here, so I'm going to welcome your question. Please ask the question. How many questions you are going to ask? You, whatever you will learn, I don't know. Okay, but I'm going to gather a lot of questions. Okay, write a program for the following requirement. Following requirements. Okay, so this is our requirement. Like a input you have to take, means you can ask with the user like a input. Okay, input you can ask like this, A4 3C2. Okay, you are passing the input like this, and I want output like this. Output should be like this. So A is 4, means A should be 4 times. Then A4, and then what is that? 1 minute, it's so 43, right? B, keep here B, and B3. So B3, right? You have to write B 3 times, and C2 means you have to type C 2 times. So I need this kind of output. Hope it makes sense, right? This is very easy task. I'm going to keep for you. You have to do here. Okay? Make sense? Will you try once or what? So very easy here. I would like to say you 1 minute. See what, it's the same thing what we did. So means in the previous concept, same thing we are going to do here. I'm going to take us a line code copy here from here only. Okay, so just I'm going to give the overview how to do. You have to do. I am not going to write any code here because you are going to become a programmer. You have to think. Okay, so you have to ask the string with the user, and user will provide something string like this kind of thing. Okay, next user will pass the string like this, Control V, and then what you have to do, you have to iterate over this string like this, how we did. Okay, and here you can keep only one output, no need to keep three variable, you know, to create a three variable. And next, once it is done, you have to check, still you have to check if it is a alphabet or not. If it is a alphabet, then you have to store inside of output, if it is a alphabet, because you know this concept, if we are writing a into 3, what the output we are getting, can anyone help me? A 3 time, got it? So this is the concept, means if we are writing this kind of thing, then 3 time we are getting. Yesterday I showed you Rajesh into 3, so we got 3 time Rajesh, right? Similar kind of thing. So if it is an alphabet, have you done a into 3? Yes Sonia, yes, sorry, correct. Next, here, once if it is a alphabet, good thing you remind here. Once it is a if it is a alphabet, what you have to do, you have to append that null string, right? Output is equal to output plus x, done. Once it is done, if it is an alphabet, then you have to do. Next, if it is not alphabet, suppose if it is not alphabet, so what you have to do, you have to multiply with that, right? You have to multiply with that. So what you can do, output is equal to output hey, I am writing complete code, buddy. Okay, and here you can, 1 minute, here you can create one more variable like a previous is equal to x, and 1 minute, output plus previous into integer of int x, int of x plus 1 minus 1. Okay, once if it is done, so you can print it out, output. Okay, so this is the complete program, I guess I have written, so you can do this kind of thing. Okay, so this is also done, means this is also one kind of program, most popular question if you are going for the interview. So I guess when I went in Mindtree that time, the year of 2017, this came into hackathon. Okay, in 2017, do the practice hackathon. Okay, so I took a participate over there, and this was the question. I have complete hackathon question, no worries, I'll provide you. Okay, next is what, this is very easy task, easy program I am going to keep for you. Okay, so what you have to do, write a program to remove the duplicate character from the given input string. Okay, so write a program to remove the duplicate character from the given input string, right? Okay, from the given input string you have to remove the duplicate, means like this, a b c d c f c f. So I need output like this, whatever unique characters are there, a b c f, whatever it is, I don't know. So you need this kind of thing. I guess it's very simple, and I am expecting everyone has to do. Okay, will you do to now? Do you want to do right now? You understood? Basically,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is a one concept like a set concept. You have to apply the set concept, because in set we are not allowing duplicate value, right? So you have
Yeah.
to take an input. What is the prototype? I am going to show you. See, you have to take an input with the user, and you have to iterate that string with the help of for loop, while loop, whatever you are going to use. I'm not going to bother about that. So you have to iterate over here, and then you have to, after iteration, you have to store inside of set. Okay, so you have to create a dummy set also, and you have to insert that. So automatically set will filter. If you are going to insert duplicate value there, then set will return only unique value. So you can do it up. So this is very easy. Yes. Okay, done. Once you store that inside of set, you have to join that. Means you have to join using the join command. Okay. So yes, guys, I have done means with the string concept, whatever questions I faced during this age. Yeah, there is a lot of question. I'll provide you over the drive. So I guess within 2 days we are going to create a OneDrive link for you guys. You have to access. You will get the access drive link. So whatever assignment you are right now passing through the what I can say through mail, we are going to offer you Google Colab link. So you have to run your code there and you have to paste that link. I'll show you how to pass your this your assignment. Okay, so you have to just type Google Colab COLAB. Okay, so once you are typing Google Colab, you will get there. This is the first link you have to go. Okay, and create a new notebook. Okay, once you are creating the new notebook, what you have to do, just suppose we are going to execute this program. Suppose we are going to execute this program. This program we are going to execute. Okay. Okay, now just a minute, paste it here. I pasted, and now you have to execute your code. The control enter is the command to execute the code. Control enter or shift enter, anything will work. Okay, so what is Colab is doing? Colab is providing you virtual RAM on the cloud environment. Okay, so you can run your code in the cloud itself and you will get, see, enter your string, and how to give me the access, that also I'm going to say you. Pybron, I'm going to pass Pybron, and see, enter your string, and we are getting, I don't know what is the output, what should be the output. Yes, but we are getting this. Okay, so now once it is done, have you ever upload the photos and music over the drive? Same thing, once it's done, and here is the option of share, right? Once your sharing has done, so you can change the public link and copy that link, and you have to pass me on a private chat. Okay, not in public, because anyone can use your code. Okay, otherwise what you can do, in spite of giving the public access, what you can do, go to the setting, you can pass my mail ID. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so you can pass my mail ID, means my mail ID, suppose this is the Rajesh Thakur. Okay, anything, you just give anything. Okay, you just give me that access and happily I will see your code. Okay, so this no need to open your PyCharm, no need to install Python in your local system, everything install in your cloud environment. Got it? Hope it makes sense. Okay, so what you have to do, just open the Google Colab. After Google Colab, new notebook, and type your code, execute, and there is an option to share. Okay, share with me. I am passing my mail ID also. So this is the one way to pass your assignment. Got it, Sonia? Have you understood how to send the assignment right now? Now see, one benefit is here. Once you are sharing your code, you can access your code ever in your life. Got it? So everything will be stored inside of your drive. I'll show you. 1 minute. Allow me some time. Just go to Gmail. And yes, if you go to the drive, there is a one folder. Automatically it will create one folder. No need to create any folder. Colab notebook. Can you see this Colab notebook? If you open this Colab notebook, let it to be, yes, you can see all those assignment. People are passing their assignment with me like this. Okay, so it will create a folder in your drive like a Colab notebook. All the assignment will be stored there. So in future, if you want to access that file, you can happily access from anywhere. So this is one kind. Another way is that You can create a GitHub account, that is also possible. I'll show you in a while. Right now you can do it up like this. Understood everyone? How to pass the assignments? Understood? Yes. Cool. Please do the assignment. I am going to pass some assignment. What is your homework right now? Whatever we did, you have to type from your end and you have to pass me collab link. Acha, collab, there is one more thing. See, here each cell, this is the one cell. Each cell is behaving like a one Python program. Okay. Suppose you want to run another program, so you can create another cell. How? Control M. From how long you are not listening me? Can, okay, let me, Sonia, can you unmute yourself please? From how long I am on mute?
Sir, from last 3 or 4 minutes.
Arey yaar, from last 3-4 minutes I showed lot of thing here, right? So you have to tell na ki if I'm on mute, then please let me know. Sorry. Okay, no worries. So I showed how to submit your assignment, right? Once again I'm going to elaborate all those things. No worries, hang on. Okay, Jyoti, can you unmute yourself please? Unmute yourself. I'll take on one-to-one interaction here.
Yeah.
So did you understood how to submit your assignment?
Yes, I understood that. After that
So,
only the call went on mute.
okay, then fine. Okay, I don't know how the call went in mute. So anyways, no worries. So now we are going to discuss about the list concept. Okay, so do you need do I have to dictate the definition, or you can write, or I have to type here? Whatever you will tell, I am going to do here, but better if I am going to dictate, please note down. Okay, so list is the data structure. If you want to represent a group of individual object, if you want to represent a group of individual object into a single object where insertion order will be preserved and duplication will be allowed, then this kind of data structure is known as the list data structure. Okay, I'm typing here, no worries. If you want to represent the group of individual object in the single object where the insertion order will be preserved and duplication will be allowed, then this kind of data structure is known as list data structure. Okay, list data structure I'm going to pass over here. Done. So listed data structure, right? And list, how we are going to represent the list? With the help of the square braces. Okay, no worries. I'm going to define the list. Suppose you have to take the input, like list input. You have to take lst is equal to input. You have to convert that, enter your list, so by default, what the return type of input? String, right? Our duty to convert input into list. Done. Now now print list, that's all. Now next is what? Done, list is done. And if you are going to type print type of list lst. Okay, let me execute this code, and I am going to pass the list like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, that's all. And I am executing this. It's a list class because we had converted into list. Who knows what the user is passing here. I don't know what the user is passing. So let me execute this code now again. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. 1 minute. 4 comma 4. This is the kind of, see, can you see this print list? I am getting string kind of data. Got it? I am getting the string kind of. Why? Because I did not converted this list into a string. I did not converted the list into string. So that's okay. Sorry, LST. That's what 2-time list is coming. Okay, no worries. Now it's done. Now, if you suppose at the runtime what the user will pass, I don't know. Okay, suppose user is passing tuple or user is passing string. Who knows? Okay, so there is a one method which will which will define what is the data type it is at the runtime. What is that method name? Eval. So it's a very beautiful method you can use. If you are passing the eval method, if you are taking input and if you are passing that input into the eval method, so what is going to be do? Can you see this? There we go. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, and if I'm passing this, now can you see this? Automatically my this input converted into list. So if we are passing the tuple also, suppose wait a minute, if you're passing the tuple 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, if you are passing the tuple, then also it will convert that string into tuple. Means eval is the full form of stand for evaluation. That's all. Got it? Split method you already knows, and yes. Now, so we already knows in case of list, insertion order will be preserved. Insertion order will be preserved in the sense of, suppose you are going to create one list, and inside of list you are going to define 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 5, and insertion order will be preserved in the sense of in which order you are going to insert the element. In the same order we are going to fetch the element. Suppose hang on, list, and if you are passing 0, so what output should be 1. Okay, if you are passing 1, it will pass the 2, it will return the true. Okay, no worries. Let's suppose if you are passing 10 index, what the output should come? We are getting index out of bound. Okay, means if any index which is not exist inside of your list, then it will return you what? It will return you this, what I can say, index out of bound. Okay, let's suppose slicing also we can see. Okay, we had seen slicing also. Slicing, let's me execute this. Let me put the comment. Okay, slicing in the sense of what? If you want to print some particular value, that also we had seen right in last class. Suppose print, I'm going to print list and from 0 to end, so it will print from 0 to end. Yes, suppose you want to print from first index, second index, so you can, that also you can do. Okay, by default it will take second index and it will reach till the end point. Okay, so this is the starting point. Suppose you want to define up to 3, sir. No, I don't need to go till end. I need only 2 to 3 index value. That's all. And if you want to define like stepping also, that also possible, that we had already seen. Okay, so slicing, you can say the syntax of slicing is like this: list, and here start point, colon, end point, and step. That's all. This is the syntax for slicing. Okay, I guess we already discussed about this. No worries. Okay. As we already knows key list, inside of list insert, see whatever I am writing there, whatever the definition is there, list definition, if we can prove it up, then no one genius rather than you. If you can prove, means if you can prove the definition of list, what the definition is saying, if you want to represent a group of individual object into a single object where insertion order will be preserved, Point that where insertion order will be preserved means in which order we are inserting, same order data is going to be fetched. Suppose you want to insert insert, okay. If you want to insert the element at the first position, at the first index, okay, this RAJESH, that is also possible, right? And afterwards, if you are printing, print list, okay. Can you see at the first index I got Rajesh? So you can insert the element at a particular index because here insertion order is preserving. Got it? That is done. So what we are going to, okay, I'm going to give one homework. You guys please take it as a homework. Write a program, okay, take a list of number with the user, take a number with the, see, if you will do the practice with me, then no need to take a homework also, just do the practice with me, it's more sufficient. Okay, homework in the sense of only means you will be on the same page whenever you are coming to take a class, that's all. Take a list of number with the user and select the number and create, sorry, not select, 1 minute, sorry. Take a list with the user and create a list of even numbers. Okay, basically what you have to do, you have to suppose user is passing 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8. Okay, so user is passing 3 list in this list, and you have to create another list with the even number 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8, like this. This will be the input should be like this and output should be like this. Hope it makes sense. This is your homework. Okay, 1 minute, whatever homework I am going to give you, let me store somewhere because tomorrow I need to write. Okay, this is the homework number 1. Okay, it's a only 1-2 minute job, guys, 1-2 minute, nothing else. You can just for your practice I'm passing this homework. Okay. Okay, let's suppose count function, we are going to cooperate with the count function. Now next topic is inside of list only, count function. What are the function we had seen so far? We had seen append function, insert function, right? Now we are going to discuss about the count function. Okay, count function. What is the count function? Suppose we have a list like n is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 67 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, that's all, 5, that's all. Okay, 1 also we are keeping, and suppose you have to count how many time that number came, right? Okay, let's do this. Print, and here we can pass n dot count, and we are passing 1. So it will return how many time 1 came. Can you see this? 1 came 2 times, 1 here, 1 here. Suppose you want to print 2, how many time 2 came? You can do this. So count is useful for this. Okay, 2 time, correct? Hope it makes sense, right? Okay, cool. Similarly, count function we seen. Okay, now count function we had seen. Now fourth method is insert function. Okay, sorry, not insert, index method. Sorry guys, index method. And index is what? It will return the index of the particular number. Okay, suppose we have a index, we have a number like this, n is equal to 1 comma, no worries, I am going to copy from here only. Okay, and let's suppose you want to check the index of 67. What is the index of 67? Print n dot index, sorry, dex, index 67. If you're passing 67, what the index of it is? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 should come. Yes, 6 I am getting. Suppose you want to get the index of 1, but here 1 is 2 times. So which index should return? It will return only first number index. Can you imagine? Got it? So it will always return only first index of the number. Okay, so understood the concept of index, right? Okay. Append method we already seen, insert method we had seen. Next, what we left? Okay, now one question, let me ask with someone. In order to add the element inside of list, we learned two method, right? We learned two method. If you can see, one is insert method is also used to insert the element, and append method is also used to add the element inside of list. So my question is, what is the difference between the insert and append? These two methods, both method is used to add the element inside of list, right? If you are understanding, correct? So what is the difference between the insert and append? Why the developer made these two method? Okay, no problem. No problem. See, if we are calling the append method, we are not passing the index, right? But if we are calling the insert method, suppose you are passing the insert method. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. So suppose n dot insert, if you are calling insert. Okay, 1 minute. N dot insert, if you're calling n dot insert, insert if you're calling, so it should see, can you see the definition? It is saying index and value, means we have to pass the index comma value, means at the particular index it will go and it will add the element, but in case of append it will add the element at the last of your list. So this is the one difference. Okay, no worries. Okay, got the difference between the insert and append? Append will always add the element at the end of the list, but insert will add the element at the particular index, at the particular position of your list. Correct, cool. Next, extend method. What we had seen, fourth method we had seen index. Fourth method we had seen index. Now I'm going to discuss you about the extend. These are the very basic concept I just want to explore here. Okay, extend method. What is the extend method? See, try to understand. Suppose you have one list, and inside of list like this 1, 2, 3, 4, oh shit, 4, 5, 6, and inside of L2 we have like this extend. Its name is suggesting something, right? Everyone got to know what we are going to do. Pybron. Okay, and I want to add this to list. I want to add this to list. Okay, so how we can add it up? Okay, so here is the one method like L1 dot extend L2. Okay, so we are going to add this to list. If you want to add the to list, then print. Okay, okay, now if you are going to print L1, so what the output should come? Can you see? We added these two lists into L1. Okay, so extend is also one method. Remove function, yes, we do have remove function also. I'm going to comment all those things. This is the fourth, this is the fifth method, and now I'm going to discuss about the sixth method, right? Sixth method, remove method. Remove method. What is the remove method? How the remove method is working? Okay, suppose we have a list, n is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, and if you want to remove the 10 only, okay, so that you can do, means n dot remove, and here if you are passing 10, and afterwards if you are printing n, can you see this? 10 has been removed. Okay, pop function, I already told you, it will return last element. Okay, so pop function also we had seen 6th, 7th. Okay, pop method. Okay, Jyoti, can you unmute yourself? Please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, what is the difference between the remove and pop method? This I guess I already discussed in the previous class itself, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so no worries, don't feel bad. If I'm asking the question, this is just for revision purpose, that's all. Okay, let me show you, 1 minute, be online. If you are calling n.pop, so what the output we are getting? Okay, print n, if you are passing n, and now what the output we are getting? Can you please observe here? Can you see this? Pop method, if you are calling, then it is removing always last element. Can you see this? Last element got removed. But in case of remove, whatever element you are going to remove, that element you can remove happily. Correct? Yes, last, Sonia. Correct. Got it. So this is also one of the interview question. What is the difference between the remove and pop? Okay, please do the practice, Okay. There is a one more method, is like a reverse method. 7 is done. 8. Reverse method. 8 is reverse. Okay, reverse. Let's suppose Control C, and I'm going to paste it here. Let's suppose if you want to reverse the string n dot reverse, if you are going to reverse the string and print it up, okay, n, and you can happily execute this code. Yes, I'm able to reverse this code. Now question, in interview they will not ask this type of question, bloody questions. This is very kind of bloody questions, I as of mine. Okay, so in interview they might be asked, take a list with the user and reverse without using any dedicated method. How will you do? So this is the homework again, right? Not homework, if you are happy, if you really want to do, then happily you can do. Take a, I'll add it here in my notepad, so I can, tomorrow I can ask how many users has done this. Take a number, take a list with the user, and reverse the element of the list without using any kind of dedicated method. Got it? So you should not use any reverse kind of method. Okay, so let me pass this question to you guys. Please try once. If you face any struggle, then you can ask me. Okay, I really want to take a question, ask me question. I never opposed to anyone to ask the question. Next, ninth method inside of list, like a short method. What is the sort method is doing? Can you please anyone help me? N is equal to, suppose 30 comma 10 comma 40 comma 5 comma 3. Okay, now if you want to short it up, n dot sort, and afterwards if you are printing, print n. If you are executing the code, can you see this? It got sorted, means it is going to be increase. Someone is saying something. Sort will arrange the element. Yes, Jyoti, sort will arrange the element. Okay, so that is also is the one of the method. Just I am exploring all those method, that's all, nothing else. Okay, yeah. So I guess yes, I have done with the list by using, yeah, there is a one more method is there, like a copy method. Okay, I guess I already showed you. Okay, okay, give me a moment guys, give me a moment, I have to take a drink, need a break. Let's do this. Has 10 copy method. How the copy method is working, please try to understand. N is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma, okay, 40 is enough, right? And suppose there is a L list is there and you want to copy this, so how you can copy? And dot copy method you can call, sorry, my bad, copy method you can call. And afterwards if you are printing N, then you will get the same output. And if you are printing, okay, if you are printing this one N, sorry, not N, L. Okay, so what the output we are getting? Here we go. Oh shit, what is that? Okay, no worries. Can you see everything is gone? Okay, no worries. Copy we did. We can do, if you want to take this kind of thing, we can do one more way. There is a one more way to do this thing. Let me comment this line and yeah, n is equal to, sorry, L is equal to n. L is equal to n. Okay. So if you are doing this thing, then also we can get the output. But what is the difference between this and this? Okay, so just try to understand. Just try to understand. Suppose if we are going to add some element, means n of 1, n of 1, not n of 1, L of 1, L of 1, and here we are going to add like a Rajesh. Okay, so what the output we are getting? See, try to understand. I'm going to copy again. I'm going to copy this line of code here, and what the output we are getting? Can you see? In the both the places Rajesh came, but I added in n, sorry, in L, but I am getting out Rajesh in the n also. So this is not good practice. So this is known as the shallow copying. This is known as the shallow copying. This is, so it will take a same location in the memory and it is going to be at shallow copying. Okay, suppose you want to avoid this, so what you can do? You can use the copy method, and afterwards if you are using this, then happily it added inside of one list only. Make sense? Right, copy is the one kind of function. Yeah, okay, yes. And apart from that, there is just some comparison operator is there also, like greater than, less than, equal to, more than, equal to, that is also done. Okay, let me pass this code to you guys, so it will be helpful for you. Okay, yeah, please do the practice, it will make sense. Okay, now yeah, membership I already discussed. Yes, there is a one more function like clear function, 11th function, clear function. Clear is the one of the function which is used to clear the list. Suppose n is equal to, you are passing 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6, that's all. And now if you want to call the clear function n dot clear, suppose print n, and afterwards if you are going to call clear function, array clear function, and afterwards if you are printing n, okay, so what the output we are getting? Where we go? Can you see this? Initially it was this, now it become blank string. Okay, clear function. Okay, cool. Okay, anything else I forget inside of list? Yes, that's all. That's all about the, list. So I guess it's a more enough inside of list if you are going to learn list. Okay, okay. So guys, I have done from this I guess yes, inside the list. Now tomorrow we will see. Okay, you have time, right? Should I proceed further or should I stop here? Enough for today. Correct. Okay, no worries. So tomorrow I'll be on leave. I guess I'm giving you holiday because this is the much homework I had given today. So please do the practice. And tomorrow I have workshop. Whoever want to join, they can happily join. Just send me the request. I'll add you. Okay. Okay. Then fine. We are going to wrap up for today. Be safe. Be at home. That's all. Thank you.